an elevator, by the way, just in case you're wondering. How much do you love your mommy, Rachel?
A lot.
What's Angela's best quality?
Angela who?
Angela Bartlett.
Who's that?
She used to be the children's pastor. She is the pastor's wife of Centerpoint Community Church.
Oh.
Maybe you've heard of her?
No, never heard of her. But for the sake of making a video, I say her best quality is her husband.
Oh, he is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And is sporty. And she's really sporty. And she loves the Lordy.
So, what do you like best about Angela?
Oh, she's such a nice person, you know, she's so caring, she's so willing to help anybody. She's all around great person.
Okay, sweet, that's very nice. Now, what's your favorite moment with Angela?
Well, this one time, you know, I came over and it had been raining and I was just soaking wet and she just gave me a jacket off of her own back and she was just like, here, just put this on, you know. She's just a nice person like that.
Oh, well, thanks, we appreciate it. And what do you think is her best quality?
The best quality, I would have to say, well, just being herself, because she loves everybody just the way they are, and she's herself for everybody, no matter what you come as. You know what I mean?
I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. What do you like most about Angela?
She's very big-hearted and sweet.
Oh, that's nice. Now, what's your favorite quality about Angela?
She loves children and elderly people.
That's a good quality. And what is your favorite moment with Angela?
Watch her donate stuff to homeless children.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
How has Angela changed my life? You know, actually that's kind of hard because Ange will change your life whether you like it or not. Right, Scott? Okay, oh, I'm sorry. But really, it's the little things that are the big things. How does a sister change your life? How does a good friend change your life? How does one drop of dye color the whole glass of water? Someone who is there for you, prays with you. How does that change your life? How do you put a value on that? Changed me? She is the type of woman who quietly challenges you to take a journey of a lifetime. She encourages you without saying a word about it. That makes you want to be a better man, a better father, and a better son of the Most High God. And the truth is, I recognize that because I married someone who has that same ability. A friend is yet another confirmation of how much God loves us and provides everything we need every day. And I am a blessed man for knowing Ange. And her husband, and her still now husband, Scott the ladder climber, he's a good guy now. Well, you know, he was a good guy then too, I guess. Who really knows? I mean, love you. I guess I won't be invited to your next birthday party. They asked me to talk about what are her finest qualities or what is her greatest gift. Well, trying to break down Ange's qualities is like trying to describe the fruit section of a smorgasbord. Now, this is a complex woman who's full of fruit. So let's look at the fruit. Number one, she's a cheerful giver. It's never an option or a thought because she's sold out and believes in God. She sacrifices herself. Ange is an encourager and a lover of God's people. She's a listener. Now, could I say she has passion? Yeah. Or maybe a confidence or a dynamic that explodes out of her? Or is it just a horde of caffeinated angels bouncing around inside of her? Nah. I think it's God's light exploding out of her. The truth is, She is a down-to-earth person who is more comfortable in overalls and no makeup. She is real. She's honest. She's unassuming. She's a humble gal who has a heart after God. She is someone who would really rather have a wildfire going than no fire at all. Because if you've got a fire going, something's happening. And you're on fire, gal. I met Angela as a young woman looking for God just a few months after she had her first boy. It was a male child around August of 1995. Scotty was only 8 months old before, how do I say this delicately, before she deposited him at the base of some ladder her then husband, Scott Sr., was climbing and left the country for a mission trip we were taking. Now really, I can't take full credit for her coming back, honestly. I really can't take any credit. It was really a God deal. I also taught her how to pray at a whole new level while we were on this fretful flight on this puddle jumper of a plane. We were being tossed all over the place, and honestly, I have to tell you, Angie was just hysterical. She hadn't prayed before we left the ground, and I had her convinced that our present peril was in no small part to that omission on her part. Now, I've already confessed to God, and I did tell her a small lie or two in the process, but look at her today. It worked out so good, didn't it? And I have to give a little bit of a warning here. She's not as gullible today as she was back then, so I really wouldn't try that. I also taught her to increase her faith based on the fact that I coerced her to take her first motorcycle ride on a dirt bike. We were in this little mountain town at the base of, what was it, the Himalayas or something, I don't know. I paid some Guadalupan like $20 to borrow his bike. He thought I was Santa Claus, but he didn't tell me that it didn't have any brakes. Well, I told Ange to trust me. As we flew around this little town, and did I mention that there were guerrilla fighters with M16s on every corner? Of course, I didn't tell her till later that we had no brakes, but I have to say she got used to that because she runs around today like she doesn't have any brakes. I mean, am I right or am I right? She is nonstop, unstoppable. And it all started back then. I'm sorry, Scott. Now, I actually have a lot of favorite moments with her since then. But Scott has never said thank you just one time for any of that. But now I think about it, maybe he didn't really want her back. Okay, just forget that I said that.